can put our differences aside. And I offer my extension to prayer, and I pray now. Hamni nini hamnya, hamni nini hamnya, hamni nini hamnya, hamni nini hamnya. All right.
I'm done. I'm done with life, and it's all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault. I'm done. I'm done.
What's good, Christy? And what's good, everybody? Yes. Welcome to the Chaos Rain Show. I am Chaos Rain here. Today is volume 2, part 2 of what I like to call True and Lies. The shocking revelation of truth and lies. And we're going to look at the interracial aspect of it and hypocrisy of it all. But before I go into, and also another particular video of one particular lady that I'm probably going to share and give a little quick commentary. But before I begin, make sure you guys are subscribed to the Chaos Reign Show. Make sure your notifications on top bell for all uploads, live streams here on the Chaos Reign Show. And also for the following social media links to follow me and communicate me or your ideals, or let's say you have any specific topics or any concerns or anything of the nature. The links to follow me are below. If I said that right. Below. Or more like in the description. You can follow me on Twitter at Chaos7. You can add me as a friend on Facebook, Eric Rain on Facebook. Also, you could follow my Rumble handler as well, CRain23 at Rumble. You could also join my Discord service as well. And what else? Oh, last but not least, become a member of the Chaos Reign Show as well. Yeah. Those are links where you can find me or get at me for short. As you know, I did a previous stream and it was going into more of the political aspects of why our people, including Black women, like to go for and support a certain party by one they call Angela. And I've looked at it again, did my little take on it, and I kept pushing on that particular stream or video. So if you want to know, check it out. It's in my playback section or the archives here on the Chaos Reign Show. And I think I'm not going into more detail of that because you can watch it for yourself. So as you guys come in, and I see people slowly coming in, make sure you like the stream so it gets out there in the ether, in the algorithm. Because Chaos wants to go nicely, wildly viral in these so-called algorithms with the likes. While watching the video, of course, because you can't just like and disappear in the video. You have to stay and watch it for at least a minute or two, maybe 3. It goes well for the algorithm when you stay, watch the stream for more than 3 or 5 minutes. They will count it as more of a like when you're watching it, for people that don't know. So for those that are content creators, and the people that's coming in and hitting the like button and not staying to watch the content for over 3 to 5 minutes, they don't count that as much a view, much as a like, from my understanding. And I discovered this recently. So to each his own, you will figure out for yourself. I'm just giving you headers and pointers. All right, I'm looking at my Discord service. Okay. Shatter, if you're in the building and you got the tool, the wrench, can you drop my social media? If you can. And if you want to find it, go into my archives and just copy and paste each one individually for people to follow me, because I can't do it right now. If you could do that for me, Shatter, I would surely appreciate it. All right. Let's look what's here. Yeah, I think that's it. And let me one other thing I do want to show, and this is funny. This video is for all the men, the brothers that think that going overseas, particularly Asian countries, and you notice that certain mother with their own daughters, it seems to me they are really waiting and pushing and want to get their daughters not only the best life, but really truly they really want you as men to go take them off their hands. You don't believe me? I'll show you for myself. Watch closely. One look like she's like medium short. I don't know how tall she is. Next one. This one, the face, she looks like she might have curves. Who knows? Next one. And this one. Wait, hold on. Let me do this. Another one looks like they're all the same height. One looks shy. The one on the left looks shy. But you know, the mother is always pushing her own daughters that you must get married. Yes, get married now. You do not wait. No leftover women here. We do not want leftover women. No, 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 no. You will go get married now. But mommy, I'm too young. Nonsense. Matter of fact, I got some better. Let me do it again for the men that want look for wives. There you go. Look on them again. Look. One daughter orange. Take her. Yes. Take this one right here. You know she gained too much weight. You must take her out of my hands. She got the red lipstick. There you go. And next one. This one, skinny. Yes, take her too. One with the gray on. Take her too. Take them out my hands, please. Men. Either black, white. You don't care. Here, my daughters. Look for husbands. Here's your picking. Pick one. Oh God, that was good. I like that one. I ain't gonna lie, I like that one. All right, anyway. Yeah, so you know they don't play in certain parts of Asia. They don't believe in that leftover nonsense. You know, if the mother's very much involved in their daughters, you know, at a certain age, you know, you're going to find a husband. You're going to be good and make a life. You're not gonna be out here in these streets like normal Western women, allegedly. So you're going to be a good wife to some men. And that's unique about certain cultures. All right. But anyhow, onward with the show, as you know, as presented here. And now we're going to go, what's the first video I'm going to probably look up? I'm going to start with the, no, actually, I'm going to start with this one and work my way down. We're going to start with a video with a particular brother that's talking about, you know, this thing about interracialism and how you as a black man of any age, where you had to jump over hoops and hollers and give, you know, the sisters the world, including, you know, maybe lots of money, some, I guess, what they call emotional intelligence, all this nonsense, right? And, you know, give her what is necessary for her to have a soft life. But come to find out, these nice, lovely ladies are doing the inverse when it comes to other groups of men. How we know? Here's the video that will open your eyes. If you have not seen it already, we're going to look at it. And I forgot the brother's name, but if you can find him on social media, you know, check his content out. If you can get around the pro-black aspects, or, you know, you might learn something. Here we go. We're going to go with the fair use. Fair use in all things.
I was a little hesitant about making this video for obvious reasons, but I decided against it because I decided to make it because, you know, there are young brothers, young black men that might be needing to hear this. So
no, you should never be hesitant when you put out any material that will help the better growth and development for all black men, including young black men ages 18 and up. Not the ones that's still in high school or babies. No, we're talking the ones that's going to be on their way off to high school, maybe into the college, universities, rather community college or 4-year degree college, or even go as far as go to military. And I forgot, including if you want to take a trade, that's fine. This message should not be held and kept under nip and tuck. You should reveal it for the better protecting of your brother, because last time I checked, we should be our own brother's keeper. And we should not hold anything that will help their journey in the walk of life. Fair use, and let's listen more.
So here goes.
Let's get into why it's so important not to idolize none of these couples online. Y'all familiar with Rose and Brett? You know, the interracial couple that got together and, you know, supposed to be so cute online.
And we already know what these couples are. You know, we're not going into detail that. Y'all seen it already. You know, y'all do see it. You know, y'all do see it.
All that stuff. Yeah, they going through it right now. Let's talk about it. When I say let's talk about it, I'm not saying, hey, let's spill their tea, because I don't really care about their tea. But what I do care about is the fact that so many of us see people happy online, and we be like, oh, I want to be just like them. Not knowing nothing they really go through. This girl then said, oh, he came about and saved my life, gave me nothing but good hope. Changed me and my son's lives. Even hooked up with other, like, interracial couples to kind of make it seem like, you know, all black women should go this way, too. Only to now be on live and cussing him out, going off saying how he was a bum sleeping in somebody's basement, she paid for everything, and yada, yada, yada.
So I worked in the hospitality industry for quite some times, being in the fashion industry, club promoter. I worked in a lot of restaurants. I've been in that industry, and I thought I'd upload. This is what my resume for my hospitality industry looks like.
Now, I could tell this brother works in sales. So what he's about to lay out, and I know most people played a fraction of this. I'm giving you the full video of this. Because as you know, here in the Chaos Rain Show, we don't do small videos. We're not gonna do piece on piece. We try to find the full video if we can, so we get more understand or full context of what has been said. Because you need full context for everything you see and do. If you only get half truths or half information, you're missing the full context of what is being said, or what led to why this gentleman created the video he created. Let's listen more onto what he wants to tell the young brothers or other black men. Let's go.
I worked at Flex Muscles. I worked at the Lobster Club. I worked at Jeremy's. If you know Flex Muscles, she's the same, Alex, the same person. She owns Hexter's. Very nice person, very nice restaurant. Check it out. It's on the Upper East Side. Lobster Club. I don't think that needs explanation. If you're in New York City and you know upscale dining, you know the Lobster Club. Jeremy's. Basically, Jeremy's is the only upscale bar on the Upper East Side, and I was the manager there. Now, why am I bringing this up? Well, see, when I became a manager at a lot of these establishments, one thing that I came to learn, and it broke my heart, and I'm not gonna lie, it fucked me up then, and it still has fucked me up till this moment. I'm not gonna lie, it really has affected the way my...
Hey, what's good, Tevin? How you doing? Make sure you guys hit the like button if you can. Oh, Tevin! Oh no, I don't think Tevin could do it, because I think you're a member, so I don't know if you could post something, but don't worry about it, Tevin. Let's keep going. Fair use. Oh, guys, make sure to like the stream and support the channel as well. We can. Fair use.
Judgment towards certain people, but 8 out of 10 times you see a sister come in there, a black woman come in there with a white guy, she's footing the bill. That
now, what we hear this before about certain black women spending money on the non-black men in regards to hoping to validate and get what we consider a relationship out of the other groups of men. There's a little term they call snow dogging from a good Uncle D, and he talks about this in detail. And maybe I will put it in written form soon, maybe. But it is shown, even with the lady that was cussing out her white baby daddy, she said that she spent the money buying a house, the cars, etc., to this Brad. And she's not the only one. There are many women, some women that are successful and some that's doing pretty fair, are paying their tabs when it comes to non-black men in this interracial game, we like to call it. And is not shocking. It's actually to be expected. Let's keep going. Fair use.
Blue, like, they had me convinced with all the videos on social media that, yo, these white men are out here killing us. They're taking our best women, blah, blah, blah. Till I got into this industry, started working, and my dude, a lot of times, 8 out of 10 times, you see a sister at an upscale restaurant with a white guy. She's footing the bill. It blew my mind when I started learning this, when I started seeing it. Jeremy's on the Upper East Side. Look at it. Go look it up. It's the only upscale bar on the Upper East Side in New York City. And so basically, that whole, you could imagine the kind of clientele that comes there. And every time I see a black couple come in there, the black man is paying. Every time I see a black woman come in there with a white guy, the black woman is paying.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up. God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
So, and I'm not done. I just gotta take a brief intermission. I'm not done. Upscale bar, restaurant, or high upscale establishment. When black man is dating black woman, or in general, he normally is paying. Always paying. Black woman dating non-black men. She is paying and fitting the bill. Can we say snow dogging anyone? She's paying her way into validation and into the heart of Mr. Charlie. So Charlie will eventually, in return, give her what she always seek and yearn: validation, a relationship, and also, if the cards are played right, the mixed child. Ain't that funny? Isn't that how it works? Black men pay pretty much everything, or he is considered some. But you, as black woman, you don't have to. You only pay Mr. Charlie, or you don't get nothing. Much as he won't even invest time or look at you a certain way unless you're paying for him. Isn't that a form of pimping, gentlemen? Or is it a form of, the white man is the biggest nice pimp to a lot of black folks, but he's more pimping black women. Let that sink in. Let's keep going. Just let that sink in. Let that sink in.
There's this, that song, Looking for a Guy in Finance, whatnot. There's a guy that lives in that neighborhood, old money. He works in finance too. I made a video about this during the whole drizzle era. I made a video about it. This guy comes in there at least 3-4 times a week. Multiple women. Majority of the time is sisters he comes with. They foot the bill. And, being a manager at an establishment, I can't, I have to be nice. I have to, whatever my personal feelings are, I have to keep. So I come, I laugh. I'm like, damn, dude, you be out here killing it. Do you know this guy called himself the Ebony Slayer? This guy brings in different sisters, 3 to 4 every.
Wait. What this man just said? He said he called himself what? Let me wind that back. He called himself what?
So I come, I laugh. I'm like, damn, dude, you be out here killing it. Do you know this guy called himself the Ebony Slayer? I have to be nice. I have to, whatever my personal feelings are, I have to keep. So I come, I laugh. Damn, dude, you be out here killing it. This guy called himself the Ebony Slayer. This guy called himself the Ebony Slayer. 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 Himself the Ebony Slayer.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up. God damn it! You can't make this shit up. God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
So he is the Ebony Slayer, and he slays the Black Queen with ease. He didn't have to do nothing at all. All he had to do is show up, and black women just drop on their knees. It's funny. Now that I think about it, on the knees is not something that's new or foreign. Now I think about it. But a lot of ladies, they don't mind that, But really, he is the Ebony Slayer. Wow. He's getting in them draws with ease. And trust me, he's going in there nosedive without no Jimmy. Just shoot up the club. I wonder how many, children that if he ever had children with the Ebony. Because, sure as hell, black women don't require no, condoms when it comes to non-black men. That's not a story, but the same. Ebony Slayer. Wow. That's deep. Anyhow, let's keep going.
This guy brings in different sisters, 3 to 4 every week. They foot the bill. He takes them back home. So the reason I'm saying this is, young brothers, don't stress yourself. Literally, do not kill yourself trying to foot the bill for a life that you think or people have convinced you you're supposed to provide. In this world right now, shit is hard. Save your money, plan for your future, invest in your future. Don't get caught up with this whole 50-50. If you meet in this economy, if you meet a woman that is not willing to go half with you, she doesn't like you. That's all I will say. If anyone will want you to put their financial burden on you in this economy, they don't like you. And I think a lot of sisters understand that these men don't like them, and that's why they are willing to foot the bill as a way to convince these men to, I don't know, but yeah, I just wanted to put my own touch on that. With my experience, a lot of sisters pay, they fund the lifestyle. That's why you can see they make those videos on social media on the first day, and you're wondering what the hell, why? A lot of times it's because they're paying for the date. So the guy's sitting there like, look, I don't care if she's making a video. She's the one paying for it. Because as a guy, how would you feel taking a girl on a first date? She's out there with a camera. They just let it go, because a lot of the times they're not the ones paying the bill for the date. So young brothers, don't stress yourself over shit you cannot control.
And they shouldn't. And if they're bringing the camera in and filming themselves, even putting videos of the food and all stuff in front of you as first time dating, regardless of where you spend money to date to buy the food, yeah, that's just a red flag. I'm sorry, it is a red flag. Big red flag. Red flag. Big one. And shout out to that brother that did that video. Very enlightening, very telling, also very scary too, because a lot of people get taken advantage of every day, and there's some things that brothers should never get taken advantage of, and that's just to potentially invest their money for roughly 9/10 of the time for the possibility of intercourse. But let's be honest, most people date to do two things: to have sex, or just maybe have a good time. But usually normally it's based on having intercourse. Yeah, they gotta be careful there. All right, next video. Before I continue on with this interracial piece, I'm going to sidestep a little bit, and I'm going to play a video about one particular young. Oh, she's not young. She's probably almost pushing 50, but she says something that not saying men don't choose this, but for her reason, she feels and believes that a man dating down is not a bad thing. But when she said dating down, this should not apply to all men, because usually if you're a man and you are a certain echelon in a certain tax bracket and have really not only done the work but has exceed expectations in regards to your finance and your status as a person in this Western world, dating down really hurts you the more you have as a man. personally. And I hear enough men that have it don't really, their standards are really low, personally. For those that think it is, it's not. So let's hear from the lady and hear what she's saying about why men should date down. This one's very intriguing. Let's go. Fair use.
Okay, so hear me out, y'all. So I would like to present to you a verbal flowchart, if you will. If we agree on one part of the argument, we can then move on to the next part of the argument. First part. I think it would be hard pressed to find two people who are exactly evenly yoked when it comes to, how much they make, or their finances, or what they're worth, or their educational background, or their status in life, right? Probably would be hard to find two people who are exactly evenly yoked. We can agree on that. Moving on. So if they're not exactly evenly yoked, somebody is going to be dating up, and then the other party will be dating down. Because again, they're not equal. Can we agree on that? Moving on.
Yes, someone's going to date up and someone's going to date down, but that only depends on the individual, what they consider really dating down. Especially we talking about the male species. Hold on a second, guys. All right, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, so like I said, the more the man has, the more he's not gonna really be dating down. Shatter, go my find the links for my social media chat and paste them one by one. If you could do that, brother, I appreciate it. So, dating down. Now I hear women should never date down. Okay, but not all women are guaranteed or granted to get some men of a higher caliber if they don't fit the aesthetic, much less where she is really in position. Because only women that look exquisite and have a certain personality have the capability to date what I like to call up. And not only that, they date the up and they try to get out of the so-called rat race of so-called finding mates at a certain point and a certain age in their life. And last time I checked, a woman that usually is still around her 20s and almost pushing 30, roughly at best 27, and we go as good as 25, will have the highest potential if they look right and have a certain demeanor and charm and humbleness, could potentially pull off a suitable mate. That's how I look at it. That's how I see it. But not everybody could, do that. But let's keep listening to her.
No. So since historically women have been the ones who dated up, and if either one of these parties, male or female, are going to be dating up, I mean, come on, let's just be real. It should be the woman, right? Can we agree on that? That's probably going to get a lot of y'all, but I'm just going.
Yeah, but not all women are suitable or capable to achieve that dating up if she doesn't fit the part. Because you always hear that some men might not be able to procreate while dating down and possibly maybe dating up, possibly. The same rules applies for women. And I'm not sure why men keep talking about saying women should be dating up. Not all women fit this bill for dating up. I'm sorry. See, the Godfather was nice telling ladies night in, night out that where your status is and where you are, you probably will not qualify to get those upper tier men. It is what it is. So what do? You deal with someone that could be your level or slightly above level, depending where you are financially or where you are education wise. Because some women, if they're out of school, they'll go to either a 4-year university or they get one of the little miniature or mediocre trades, nail tech, hair, etc., and make somewhat of a living off that. Not a good living, but just getting by. You could probably find somebody that's probably working a fair job, or maybe working some career job that might go up. And I say might go up, but who knows? So let's keep listening. Let's listen more into it. Fair use.
By history, it is what it is. So moving on, if we can agree that I would rather it be the woman dating up than the man, that means the man has to conversely date down. Like, and here I go with the black. I don't give a dang. I said what I said. When I mention black people, I don't shy away from that. Black people seem to be the only community where it's like looked down upon for a woman to want to date up. That's weird.
No, women in the black community have always, and I mean always loosely, dated where their environment is, and they also date up, and regardless to looks, and unfortunately, not much as a status, because the mating ritual here in Western Black America is bizarre world. It's backwards. Usually, if you're a woman and you work a job and also you should deal with a man that's either being productive, working a job, doing what he should be doing. Hopefully. I hear too many stories about the Pookies and Ray Rays and thugs getting all the coochie. No, they're getting the coochie because these ladies are allowing it. And there are other avenues, psychology, that goes into why they pick these men of the lower tier in behavior and actions of the black community. But nonetheless, they pick them. And after they go through their cycles with these men, including non-black men, because there are entertaining non-black men now. Yes, brothers, it is true. They are swirling up, and they've been swirling up for a while now, which I'm going to go into a data to really, now that it's been revealed about the so-called they stay married together, it's going to be pretty much expunged when I read this, or that they will come back, come back to you if you're a man doing what you should be doing, and you're being very productive, maybe working a good job, hell, even you have a little small business or you're established working for yourself, they will circle back to you at that point and stage in life. If they don't have kids, right, or they have one kid or two, or don't have kids, but they're old in the dating market, to come back and want to scoop you up and ready to be what they consider wife. Yeah. That's when they, they have wasted their time and, years to come back, to reach back. So dating down, if a man is a certain place in life, money and status wise, he's not going down. You heard us enough, ladies, especially if you listen to black men, especially the black men that actually really got it. They tell you personally their standards are standards, and their standards are pretty normal and high. Now, some will say, but doesn't their standards change like the inverse, like black women, for them to get a non-black mate if she is fat or big? Particularly most of them that are white, majority white, that they will sit and take them, date them, and possibly give them a ring because, and I'm big and fat, and I might be older, or I have kids, that it's not the same. My answer to that is, to the men that dabble interracially, they dabble because one or two things. One, because they want to dabble, and two, they've been too traumatized dealing with black women from the past, and they decide just to find another skin tone or another group of women to deal with that will not only deal with their program, but are more friendly and nice. That's the answer I would give to that question. So let's keep moving on. Let's hear more from this lady.
I don't really care what y'all say. I'm going with the rest of the world. I'm a woman. I'm dating up. Men are conversely going to be dating down. What y'all think about that?
And like I said before, it sounds good in a very perfect world. But the world we live in today is not so perfect. It is not so, black and white. It is gray. So you might get that from a dude that, let's be honest, and I notice a lot of women train their sons, and it only takes a while for the sons to break out of that mental shackle from being around their mothers for too long. They're trained to be so passive and accept anything, everything, including their bad behavior. So if the mother is certain behavior, a certain demeanor as a woman, very negative, very non-ladylike, thus for the son will pick their mates as either the same or slightly opposite of what they learn or groom from their own mothers. That's how it goes. That's why you see a lot of men, unfortunately, that's been groomed in this society, have never changed their dating marital appeal, or how they date women in regards to what they look for a mate. The women that you see certain black men that do pick are either big or less big and have attitude like their own mothers or other black women they're around. They pick the same thing. It's very rare you see someone will move the opposite and pick something totally different, unless they break the shackles of the mental enslavement that they were groomed and trained by their, black women. So that's that. And make sure. Oh, one other thing I gotta do. Oh, I see what you wrote here, bro. And Shadow writes, men date up as well as she seems like she doesn't understand that she is projecting. No, she's been projecting because, and I'm not sure if she's married before. I know she has kids because she's up there in age. She's like in her 40s. But if you didn't have the same outcomes, you think other men are going to? No, they're not, and they shouldn't. Because if you deal with any certain man of a certain age, especially if he's in his late 30s and 40s, he's not going to be dating down if he really got it like that. Most likely 9 times this woman's going to have to pay into him and show him proof. And that's one thing we're lacking as men. We're not giving these ladies the opportunity to show and prove if they're even worthy to be in our presence. Think about it. They ish test all day or shit test all day when it comes to you, if you're worthy. But when it's time to reciprocate the same energy, it's non-existent. Because in their mind, they feel that they're entitled to a man and they don't have to do nothing to have a man or even keep a man. And that's good to a certain type of men that they either attract or not attract. But for the men that they really want or they say they deserve, you're going to have to work a little harder for that, sweetie. Those men are not free. And they should not be free, unfortunately. So, miss me with that. I'm looking at this right now. All right. So now I'm going to do one more video, and then we're going to go into this particular piece. And if y'all guys want to come up, Shatter, let anybody know chat room if they want me to open up the panel for them for the response, their thoughts and feelings or their own experience. Let me know in the chat room, guys. All right. Last video. Oh, one thing I forgot. I should play this.
My money.
I told you.
Where is my money?
Benny, bring me everyone.
I need my money. I need my money.
What do you mean everyone?
Make sure to support the channel, either Cash App or Super Chat. Support the podcast, the channel, Chaos Reign Show, like always. Any actual questions, it is prefer a Super Chat, preferably, but All right, let's go with this video. Let me start from the beginning. And this one right here, this is dealing with particular gymnasts. Now, I've noticed with Simone Biles and her husband, they've been getting a lot of heat lately for the past few weeks. And I've come to the conclusion from watching this from watching the encounters, I think a lot of black women are very jealous and envy of a black woman that's in a loving, healthy relationship with her man. Like literally, it hit me, but it never hit me much from noticing the contradictions between the two and some other sports athlete. I forgot her name, what her name is, but she is married in relationship to a non-black man that I don't know if he's, well, I think he's less accomplished than Jonathan Owens, but that's another story. But let me play it so you guys get a more inside look. Let's go ahead. Let's watch this. Let's check it out.
We met at a track meet. I was running a 400 at Simplot Games, indoor track meet, and I finished the race, and the indoor track is raised, obviously, and Tara literally walks onto the track at this meet and goes, I don't know why, but I just feel like I need to give you a hug. It's 100% real. Gives me a hug. I'm like, all right, this is interesting. And then,
so it's all Tara, basically, is what we're getting from this.
She shot her shot.
She shot her shot.
Absolutely shot her shot.
That was me too, baby. I told my husband, come on,
I was like, okay, yeah. And then we now know 8 days later, reached out to me on Twitter, slid into my DMs.
So you met in person at a track meet, and then she wrote you on social media. She put those hours in there. She worked hard for this.
Then I moved to California.
A good woman always knows what she wants, and she always
She did. I moved to California Olympic Training Center going into 2017 into college, and she was in LA, and she would drive from LA to Chula Vista to come spend the day.
Interesting. Very interesting. You know, The Dating Divide, for those that's not familiar with that book, it talks about the DMs. And know who women hit up the most. And obviously hit up non-black men the most. But it's kind of ridiculous that when you have to slid into a man's DM, just the hope of the possibility for a relationship, if you're a woman, and you don't do it to anybody else, I find that to be very weird and sick, in my opinion. Because I'm not sure if you're taking the manly approach if you're a woman to really shoot your shot. I don't know. But it's kind of ridiculous that you're sitting there gall and saliving, and you up here begging a non-black man for attention that you, I guess, don't deserve, so that you can potentially get some out of him. And mind you, this man is crippled. It said he lost a leg. He has an amputated leg. I think one of them or both of them. I can't remember. I forgot the man's name, but he does have his whole body intact. But he's able to get a relationship from a non-black woman, and she's paying into him. This is what they call the black wife effect. It's disgrace. It's a delusion. It's delusion at best. But anyway, let's keep listening.
Day with me, spend time with me. We would train together, and that's kind of
That's how it started. Tara, meet. What's your love story? Like, how did you guys?
We met at a track meet. We met at a track meet. I was running 400 at Simplot Games, indoor track meet, and I finished the race. And the indoor track is.
You really can't make this shit up. You really can't make it up. But y'all be saying I be reaching. I just want to know if black women are gonna. I know they not, but I just want to know. Y'all gonna tell me, damn, Benny, you right, bro. Damn, Benny, I'm sorry. Damn, Benny, we some hypocrites, man. Damn, Benny, we love Zaddy. Cause y'all be trying to gaslight, I mean, not me, but y'all be trying to gaslight other black men and folks that got eyeballs and a brain that act like we don't see what we see. And then y'all get on here and y'all talk about y'all Zaddy like this.
The chaos reign.
No, I see it. It's not we're delusional. We see it. And we know a few women here that do it. Let's keep it real. So it's not no illusion. It's actually factual. But those that in the chat room listening and probably not commenting, and if I have some men on here, cool. But from your own experience, the gentleman that will catch this, do you notice of any woman, either a friend or whatever, in these relationships or trying to seek validation from white men that goes far and beyond for the possibility of, obtaining some significance of a relationship? Do y'all know anyone of them? I think on my family side, I might know one, maybe two. But overall, it does exist, and it's pretty heavy. It's out there. I mean, as a man, you do enough to hopefully be in position to get a relationship, but it's ridiculous. Oh, you don't? Hustler? Okay. All right. Okay, so let me I'm just checking some right now. All right, let's keep playing and let's hear the brother out. Phrase.
How did you and Tara meet? What's your love story? Like, how did you guys?
We met at a track meet. We met at a track meet. I was running 400 at Simplot Games, indoor track meet, and I finished the race. And the indoor track is raised, obviously. And Tara literally walks onto the track at this meet and goes, "I don't know why, but I just feel like I need to give you a hug." It's 100% real. Gives me a hug. I'm like, "All right, this is interesting." And then,
so Tara, basically, is what we're getting from this.
She shot a shot.
She shot a shot.
Absolutely shot a shot.
That was me too, baby. I told my husband, come on, this is
okay. Yeah, and then we now know 8 days later, reached out to me on Twitter, slid into my DMs.
So you met in person at track meet, and then she wrote you on social media.
She put those hours in there. She
worked hard for this. And then I moved to California.
A good woman always knows what she wants, and she's always
right. She did. I moved to California Olympic Training Center going into 2017 into college, and she was in LA, and she would drive from LA to Chula Vista to come spend the day with me, spend time with me. We would train together, and that's how it started.
She slid in his DMs. She drove to see him. She put pressure on that white man. But y'all said that's a love story. That's cute. That's Disney fairy tale. And
No. Before the brother goes in, I gotta say this. That's what Simone Biles said. She went in and she liked what she liked, and she made the effort to go see this Jonathan. And a lot of black women demonize her. And the reason why they demonize Simone Biles instead of this lady right here, what's her name? I don't know her name though. It's because you're not Zaddy. You're not Zaddy. Zaddy. You're a Negro. How dare you love up on this Negro? He's a monster. He will underline you. This is what the mindset of a good portion of black women psychologically think. That if you're a black woman and you love the black man, you're looked down on. You're looked down on so much that it's going to resonate that psychosis, that Willie Lynch, that so-called evil inclination thinking of the black is bad, black is evil, black is the devil. Psyche within them to really demonize you as black women, to really go out your way to find and search love for black men that you desire. Like, your only desire in this world should be for Zaddy. Whatever Zaddy wants, Zaddy gets. And if you are black woman, the mindset is this: is Zaddy, I must do by all means. I must do and fight for Zaddy and get Zaddy at all costs. Look at the picture the guy's showing. She drove to Los Angeles, right? California? Yeah. 1 hour and 57 minutes. God damn. I never seen no woman drive that far for some white or non-black phallus, or what we want to call dick for short. They might say a man should drive for coochie or vagina, but a woman drive for some Zaddy's phallus? It's very weird. All right, let's keep going.
She drove farther than Simone Biles did. That's crazy.
God damn, she did? Woo! Woo! I did not know that. But she was praised for it. Damn. And a pause in the discussion. If you guys want me to drop, matter of fact, I don't think nobody wants me to drop. I'm gonna keep talking because no one else want to come up. That's fine. Let's keep going. If y'all want if you want to interact with this conversation, you're going to have to say yes, and you want the link. All right, let's keep going. Fair use, fair use.
I just want y'all to admit, black women, that y'all don't like seeing a black man openly love a dark-skinned black woman. Because that's really what the issue is.
The chaos reigns.
But before we continue on, I got running a commercial for a pause intervention. Y'all guys know, make sure the likes are up and the support is in.
My money. I told you.
Where is my money?
Betty. Bring me everyone.
I need my money. I need my money.
What do you mean everyone?
I want my money.
I told you.
Where is my money?
Betty. Bring me everyone.
I need my money. I need my money.
What do you mean everyone?
Make sure you guys support the channel, super chat or cash app to the Chaos Rain Show. All donations will be appreciated. Questions, normally a super chat will go better with a question. Let's continue this. Yeah, and she did drove further than Simone Biles, which is expected. Because remember, this is Zaddy. Zaddy is always right. Keep that in mind. Fair use, fair use.
That man literally said the same exact story. That woman did the same exact thing Simone Biles did. She slid in his DMs. She drove to see him. She put pressure on that white man. But y'all said that's a love story. That's cute. That's Disney fairy tale. And she drove farther than Simone Biles did. That's crazy. I just want y'all to admit, black women, that y'all don't like seeing a black man openly love a dark-skinned black woman. Because that's really what the issue is. It ain't Jonathan Owens. It ain't what he said, because Simone Biles has said out of her own fucking mouth that has confirmed everything he said and some, and y'all still ignore that. Y'all just don't want to see a dark-skinned black woman be openly loved by a black man. No, y'all don't want to see a confident black man openly love a black woman. That's what it is. That's what it be.
No, they just don't want no black man to be loving black women, period, unless it's on their terms. For the brother with the glasses and the locks. No, they want the black man that they want on their terms to be loving on them. And if not, if they don't like him, he should not be in front of their presence. Period. Period. They're the ones that's picking. And if you do not fit the archetype and the stereotypical black man, you're foreign to majority black women. I'm just keeping real with you guys. You're foreign. And because you're foreign to them, they will abuse you and mistreat you in a certain way because you're not one of two things, Mr. Cartwright or Zaddy or Mr. Charlie. That's one. And the other one, if you're a black man, you have to look a certain way. Most prefer, very attractive, more of the thuggish looking type, the Tupac, and if God willing, if you wear a suit, even better. It lets me think when Amari Harwood played Ghost in Power, right? When these ladies found that he was in an interracial relationship, I'm not saying Power got canceled, but I don't see no other roles Amari took in after that. Have y'all? And Power, the point when Amari played as Ghost, that's been gone for the last 4 years. And we wonder, where is he doing, or what he's doing right now? I don't know, because there's no other TV show or series or even movie that I could name off my head that he's been filmed in that was very prominent or important. Prominent, or whatever you want to call it. All right, let's keep going. Fairies.
And you know how I know it's not about what Jonathan Owens said, which was he was a catch. He never said Simone wasn't a catch. Simone even said he didn't say I wasn't a catch, but she said he was also a catch, and that she wants a man who has confidence. I know y'all don't know nothing about that, but you know how I know it's not about him? Because y'all then in turn start talking and shitting on Simone for defending her husband. And y'all start attacking her. And then even at the Olympics, what was the one thing that those women started talking about? Her hair. Why? Because she's a dark-skinned black woman. But at the end of the day, I told y'all I'm about to be a gajillionaire. Why? Because I cracked the code.
Yeah. Let me rewind it back, because he showed right there. Right there, be a white man. See that? Look at that. Yeah. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna drop the link and let a few people come up before I do this one other session. Call lines open. For those to come up, you can come up now. Make sure you guys hit the like button and share the stream. And meanwhile, y'all know the deal. Y'all know the drill.
I want my money.
I told you.
Where is my money?
Benny. Bring me everyone.
I need my money. I need my money.
What do you mean everyone?
One more time.
I want my money.
I told you.
Where is my money?
Benny. Bring me everyone.
I need my money. I need my money.
What do you mean everyone?
All right. As I open out the panel, Hustle Muscle, you there?
Yep, loud and clear. What's good with you, Chaos?
I'm good. So now that you've heard from both videos, what's your take on any of the videos?
Well, I didn't see the first one, but I saw the end of that second one. So let me understand something. White woman shoots her shot at white man, and the public praises that. Black woman shoots her shot at black man, and they attack her? Am I missing something here? Seriously?
Well, the contents, they're athletes, and you gotta understand, there's some, how can I say it? A certain image that black women want to represent themselves as. And if you're a black woman and you, let's say you want a black man, or you care, you like, and you seeking relationship with black men, it is demonized here, right? But if you're seeking relationships with non-black men and you go as far as shoot your shot towards them, there's no really peep or anything against it. It's actually looked at as praise in their mind, you know.
I see. But anytime black men go outside their own race, they're still shamed. It's like men have no rights in who they can choose to date. Date within your race, you're married within your race, you're shamed. Married outside your race, you're shamed. There's no leverage for us. What the hell?
I mean, there's leverage because at the end of the day, you have to pick as a man what you want and what you're gonna deal with. You know, and I don't push or advocate what a man should do personally. I will say this personally, right? That you do what you can in a very weird and uncertain world you live in. You know, the majority of women, regardless if they think they want to control the mating aspects of things, they really don't. You know, and how we know? Because look at the outcomes. You know, look what they want, what they said they're worth, what they deserve. Does the outcomes fit what they deserve or what they said they deserve? And if they do, let's say, come close to meeting outcomes, are they willing to fight to keep it, or they're just going to just get it once and then eventually let go and try to jump on another situation, you know, and take some which they're invested in? And it comes to my knowledge that if the lady is not really investing in you in a way, like really in some way, she really is not for you. She's not really into you. You know, she's there just to, you know, take what she get, and once she really gets what she wants, it's easier to cut ties. I go in further is even with the relationship with Judge Mattis and his wife that are roughly maybe a decade apart, let's say that, and she ends it at 39 years, right? We always gotta look at and conclude that if you end it there, that means you must have some form of backup plan, because what are you gonna do now that you're 6 years old? I hope you're not gonna be out in this day market trying to find another man. You don't got that leverage as a woman. Matter of fact, it's worse once you pass 40 and probably 50. It's been downhill because the dudes you're gonna be dealing with, unless you're gonna be paying for, which most women, if they're old, they're gonna be paying for some man. I don't crap with, because no man's gonna invest in no woman that's 10, 20 years difference in them. She's gonna pay in to keep the relationship with you. It's a wrap for a lot of women that, you know, even like herself, have conducted and put herself in by doing so. Personally. So now that we think about it, Hustler, what ladies gonna do? What are they gonna do? I'll tell you what they're gonna do if they're continuing with this projection of, you know, the mating and dating scene. They're advocating and going to be pushing themselves to be, you know, not only be alone, but be relevant to any man, unless they're paying for it. And we always hear about the sprinkle, the soft guy era stuff, right?
Yep, drizzle.
Drizzle, yeah, because I forgot. You created the atmosphere for drizzle men. You like and create pacified, weak, and even go as far as effeminized men. I know one woman, and I'm just going off a little bit, that talk about the Democrat Party. I forgot her name. It's been circling lately on social media and YouTube. How she said that the Democrat Party intentionally wants and creates effeminized men. And I'm saying, what do you expect? Because you are a nuisance that they're trying to expunge to get rid of. Does it serve a purpose that you're a man, a non-black man, you act and move as a man, and you're against another man that moves, act like you as a man and is actually better? It hurts you in the mating ritual and mating competition of things amongst the environment with other men. So what do? You try to eliminate the competition. So what do? You had to make the opposite man, or the man that you're against, to be and act like a woman, so that way you could attack, hell, even engage in pogeyman activity and do other weird stuff, so that way you feel like you're the dominant male. So it's all systematic at any house muscle. So that's my little short take on it. But I hear you. You may continue if you have anything else to add on. I guess not. Yeah. So anything else, Hustler, if you're there?
My bad. I was on mute the whole time. My bad.
Yeah. Go, all right. Well, say what you about to say, because if you're mute, that probably was saying something. I'm listening.
Yeah, I thought the whole drizzle thing was just a joke, a response to women and their BS standards. But it doesn't surprise that people still take it to heart and think that, oh, it's a real thing. I mean, I would just roll with it and see how women act and then drop it and be like, had you going. Now you see what we men have to deal with. I want to be taken out. I want a woman to do this, pay half the bill. I want this, that, and the third. Yeah, it's a response mechanism. It's called fighting fire with fire. They say to beat the enemy, you must think like the enemy, or in this case, imitate the enemy. So yeah, that's what I thought it was, just a joke.
Some things you gotta take as satire, and some things you could take as reality. But overall, at the end of the day, it's always a form of counteraction to what is going on in the environment that men are responding in a way that women don't like. I'm gonna bring another person on the panel. Shatter, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, brother? Can you hear me?
I hear you good, man. What do you want to respond to what you have seen so far? Go ahead.
Shit, I wanted to respond, man, to brother Hustler, man, up here. He made a good point, man. I always thought it was satire. You know, I saw the drizzle dudes, the ones that came and got like the immediate, I guess, like the viral motion on the videos and stuff. And I saw those guys. It looked like it was a comic skit that they was playing. You know, just drizzle. It was like a comic skit. It feel like to me it was like some Key and Peele or like a Dave Chappelle skit. He may do.
Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, like it's just so absurd. It's so absurd that it's like it's funny. So, but when women start taking it seriously, then it's funny because now we're just using a vector to attack the craziness that women do all the time. But then I think some of the dudes who, you know, don't actually think straight and properly, they kind of like, well, we drizzle. And real men, we already know that situation ain't gonna get you nowhere with women. You know, being a drizzle. No, first of all, no one wants a weak dude. No broad gonna want no dude that ain't got that nothing. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to give something in this world. But the drizzle thing was like so funny. And when I saw a lot of women took it so serious, I was like, are they serious? And I saw some of the dudes like oh, it's just moving. I thought it was also an ongoing joke. In my opinion, I just thought it was an ongoing joke, just getting back at them in the way that they do. Like you say, you got to use the enemy's tactics and then beat them at their game.
Okay. You hear me? Hello?
I mean, not saying like an enemy in terms of war. What I'm saying is that in the times of when we going about these different type of campaigns they put out, the bear. I mean, there's so many. You know, have swirlers. We have divestors. We have bear lovers. We have this stuff, the drizzle. We have they make a new one every day. And it's like, am I wrong here?
No.
Yep, no, you're not wrong. Maybe more to come.
One thing I want to ask you, Shatter, with the lady dating down, right? And you wrote in the comment section, is she really wrong in her assessment? And because I said before that the higher the man's status, he's not going to be looking forward to be dating down any woman, especially if he put himself in a position productive-wise.
Well, typically, and see, I'm gonna tell you where it's a good question, brother, and it's multifaceted, so I don't have a yes or no for it, but I'm gonna give you what I'm hearing here. We can look at. I'm gonna give you a prime example. Look at the traction that the lady, I've never heard of her, but the Nick Cannon and the Cam Newton thing, right? They got going on. and you know they're saying that Nick Cannon is abusing basically these women, saying, and the woman got there and said, well, you have a low functioning. So to combat the high, they even said high value woman. Nick Cannon said, I mess with high value women, and the woman came back and said, no, you mess with low functioning females or something. And I was like, and the women was like, oh yeah, she got him. And I'm like, hold on, no, you know, because they didn't like it. The word high value, when they hear that, it's like a dog whistle. And she attacked Nick. She kept trying to touch his arm. And I said, man, look here, man. And women came out there with like, you know, oh yeah, then they got Cam. And I'm like, do they hear themselves? Like this word salad that they do as men, real men know. You know what I'm saying? You dealing with a woman that's gonna be between a low functioning woman. No real man wants a low functioning woman. Why would he want that? You know what I'm saying? She gonna have especially gonna have my kids. I don't want a low functioning woman. She could be high value, but she can also gain her value by the fact of me. So she doesn't have to be high value as women, because that's why I say alpha women. That's the whole thing where women don't understand. A lot of women do, but most don't. But you know, she was saying basically that men would have to date down, and they're forcing the issue of men dating down. However, what she is saying is categorically false in so many ways, and I'll give you a prime example, because many men date up. I have dated up myself, and you know when you're dating up, I have dated up. If there is such thing as high value women, there are, and I mean, you know, in terms of money, power, aesthetic, you know, looks, you know what I'm saying? They got a certain way of living and going on, you know what I'm saying? And when you dealing with them, you know what I'm saying? That don't mean you got to sit up there and try to be a simp. They got all the money. So, you know what I'm saying? If you play your cards right, you know, you'll be sitting on some money. But, you know, if you look at it like how they look at it, they think men got to date down. Nah, a man don't have to date down. A man can date up at any time. But, you know,
what? Okay, I was always told men date down, women date up. As in, women want a man that's above them, doing better than them, but men want a woman that's equal to or maybe doing less than them. That's what I've always believed.
Yeah, I mean, but see, that is true in so many ways in a traditional situation, because that's right. You would definitely do that. You don't want to go get, let's just say, for example, you're a regular Joe. You clock in 9 to 5, and it's funny they got the 9 to 5. That's a whole thing too, right? 9 to 5 dudes. I don't know about it. Okay, and then you got you a supermodel. You got you a supermodel, right? She bad, so straight supermodel, not an Instagram model, a straight up supermodel. You know what kind of stuff gonna come with that. You know what kind of stuff gonna come with that. Yeah, that could be your wife, and she love you, you love her. But man, she's a supermodel. I don't know what was in her past. I don't know what may be in her future. But I know one thing: she's supermodel. She getting way more money than me. And if I got to deal with that, that's a man choice, what you got to deal with. But you can also date up and have that woman fund your whole situation. How many times have we seen brothers do that? Where they, you know, but that's not every day, but a brother would do that. Well, he would get the money and, you know, they cool with everything. He's not taking her money. He's not doing it. He's dating up. And women would be mad because, you know, just look at Mary J. Blige's husband as an example. He actually got away and got the money and made her pay alimony and child support and all that there, whatever. Those women were mad as hell at that man.
Mary J. don't got kids with him.
Well, that's even better.
Kids, period.
That's even better.
No, she has no kids. She has no kids.
Oh, okay.
That's even better. So there's no kids involved. He still made her pay alimony.
Yeah.
They was mad as hell at that man.
Yeah, because in their mind, they should.
She made more money than him. What you expect?
No. You got to understand. In their mind, to a lot of women, what's their money is theirs, and what's your money is theirs too. They don't really invest enough in they don't take the risks in these relationships. That's why they can come in and come out of it quickly because they were never invested.
Right. They never had no major dog in the fight. And what I'm saying is that when it comes down to men, and that's the thing, when we know, you know what I'm saying, you might be a bachelor and you might deal with a couple of different women. You know what I'm saying? But you know who's a go-getter. You know who gonna always need some money. You know who gonna be always tripping. You know who gonna have some baby daddy drama. You know, you stay your way away from that. As you get older, men learn, you know how to evaluate women. You should know. And after a certain age, you know, I can't feel sorry for you because, look, you put yourself in that situation. If you are the bigger, let's say you the high value, like I say, that's a trigger word. If you say high value man, you know, to these women, Kevin just started making them roll over. And you know, and they start thinking like, oh, high value in terms of money. Yeah, money is one thing. Yeah, status. Yeah, power. All that's one thing. But high value, I don't think that's what it really meant altogether. I think the other part was being an actual decent some bitch. Excuse my language. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't worth your salt, I don't care how much money you got. You could put a stake in my back just as quick as the person on the street begging me for $1. And I might give him $1. He might not stick me in the back. He probably won't stick me in the back faster than you would. And you got more money than him. So that doesn't matter. You know, women, like you say, they don't have nothing invested, so they'll leave. Man, it's quick, easy, gone, man, bam. And gonna leave you if it's unrecorded. She's gonna want to take something down with it. So she ain't always want to leave and just leave and let it be done. No, jail. She gonna call white daddy. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now you got cases. You know, even if it's fake, it doesn't matter. You going to jail. And you know, child support. God forbid you marry her. Oh my God, you got that job. You just got that new job. Oh, you think she ain't gonna call him and tell him? Man, look here. It's not a good situation. You know, dating down for men. Okay, it can do it, but you know, at least you'll do it the proper way where you can cap it off. I couldn't imagine, you know, with being the Nick Cannon having 20 kids or, you know, whatever, trying to repopulate the earth. Sounds good, but in America, man, I wouldn't want to be your child support and your lawyer. I'd be like, man, they killing you, bro. You need to stop doing this here. But I guess you got that much money, you know what I'm saying? And he got one by Mariah. He got one by these low functioning. Notice the woman did not bring up Mariah Carey when she was talking about the baby mamas. You noticed that, right?
This one I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna shift gears in that because I had to look into that to talk about that on another show. We're gonna move forward with that. We're not gonna go anymore.
I know what he mean. No, she was not mentioned not once. I noticed it. Somebody noticed.
She made a term. Low functioning females is what Nick Cannon is getting as she's touching on his arm, trying to be a low functioning female, but masquerading like, oh, we're some big high. You know, I've been doing this here. She's trying to be like a Iyanla Vanzant, but instead of it being like a neutral Iyanla Vanzant, where she gets on the, you know, the men and the women, you know, regardless, you know, she's a woman, so she kind of goes on one side, you know, it's on her own network, but she does keep people honest. Whereas where this girl, she's there, she's young enough to try to actually say her stuff, but she's trying to get up in there. She's trying to be a low functioning woman too. You know what I'm saying? She's trying to catch one. Man, look here, anytime the host keep touching my arm like that, one would have been touching my arm like that. I'd have been looking at her like, oh, okay, I see what time this is. She's like, but Nick, she trying to get her play in right now. Then you gonna come back and try to down the man. See, you can't make this stuff up, man.
Shout out to KS, the godfather of accountability.
Hey, Chaos, I'm gonna send you that video. You gotta watch that video because they is on TikTok. I mean, this get millions of views. And I'm like, where is they saying well, she got a win on it. I ain't never heard of this woman, but she's supposed to be the Iyanla Vanzant, but all the way for the women, and she young. You know what I'm saying? She ain't a bad looking chick. I forgot her name, but I don't think she got the win like his, you know, like they trying to say it, but she kept on saying that low functioning female. I would think that the women who Nick and brother Cameron was getting pregnant would probably have something bad to say about it. Like, well, how you gonna just call all of his baby mamas low functioning women? But at least we know for sure you have to be calling Mariah Carey a low functioning woman too. But you know she didn't say her name. And would that not be an example of him dating up? I mean, I know Nick Cannon, he been in some movies, Drumline. I like the Drumline. Nick Cannon, he got some stuff, you know what I'm saying? Nick Cannon, all right, of course, the comedy show that he did. I like the comedy, Wild Out, all that. What's that? Wild Out and all that. I appreciate what Nick Cannon has done. He done a couple of shows that gave him some network shows. But, I mean, we can say all of those things added together, it still ain't getting the royalties that Mariah Carey is getting. Let's be serious.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So he was definitely dating up because Mariah Carey had way more clout, bread, old money. Mariah Carey got songs with Luther Vandross.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Like, come on, man. You get that Vandross money, man. Come on, man. Stop playing the game. He was dating up on that. So they had to come after that, brother, because he's breaking their reality.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't think so? Think about it like that, because like my man was saying, in terms of how people go back and forth, that would actually be a way to go back and forth. But you notice how she uses it. Now they come up with this talking point that now, Cam Newton taken to account for his multiple baby mamas, and Nick Cannon, he's got all low functioning baby mamas, and he's, he doesn't want to date a woman like me who's on the show holding them to account, and I'm the best of whisper, the Cannon whisper, and you should date a woman like me, as she's touching your arm while she's telling you all the women you've been dealing with is low functioning women. Look, if you can't smell a woman trying to come on to you, I don't know what to tell you. On camera, shit. If I wasn't dealing with you on some business thing, I might have to go ahead and get her number, because she doing a lot of extra touching and feeling.
Mm-hmm. All right, this is what I'm gonna do, guys. Because I want to shift gears. I'm gonna bring y'all down. I want to do the one last section. Well, thank y'all for response. But like I said,
not a problem.
Do me a favor, bro. Shatter, just send me through my Facebook that video personally of the interview, and I have to look at it. All right, can you do that for me? Hello? Oh, you're not there. All right, I'll bring y'all down. All right, so now let me do this. Now for the main course. What you're gonna see, and I'll scroll down and have some read it for y'all so you get a more in-depth, and then remove this. Hold on, let me see what's going on. Okay, no, I'm not gonna remove that. All right, this one I'm gonna do. What you're gonna see is an article, or actually something that was published that was showing the actual numbers of this thing about the divorce ratings in regards to interracial marriage. Now you're gonna see some data from when the black man marries out, and you're gonna find some alarming new data in regards when black women are dating out, and it's not what we expect to see from what these nice, lovely ladies been saying about themselves, about their marriage lasts longer with Zaddy, from what they want us to believe, like literally want us to believe. But I know it's been capped, like many things. All right, y'all see the site, Get Nugs. and Get Nugs report of 2024, titled Interracial Divorce Statistics, Examining Rates and Contributing Factors, exploring the complexity of interracial divorce, insight, statistics, and factors behind relations success, by author Janik Linder, published July 17, 2024. So this is only a month old. And it shows here, the brief statistics here. And I'm going to read it for y'all, the statistics. And I'm going to actually let the, you're going to read more in depth with summary and other information that is very important. And it's going to be breaking down to many aspects. I'll tell you what it's going to be broken down. It's going to be broken down to the summary, divorce rates by gender and race, divorce rates by race combinations, interpretations, family dynamics, and reasons for divorce. A lot of reasons. And relationship factors, social economic factors. And that's it. So no further ado, let's look at this. All right, I'm gonna read it from, well, actually, before I read it from the beginning, I'm gonna go for this one. And it says here, was shared. Actually, no, matter of fact, I'm gonna let the whole thing play and then I'll give my own take on this. Let's look into it deep.
Author Janik Linder, first published 7/17/2024. Statistic 1: 41% of interracial marriages end in divorce within the first 5 years. Previous next. Share. Sources cite this statistic. Our reports have been cited by. Summary: 41% of interracial marriages end in divorce within the first 5 years. Interracial couples have a 41% chance of divorce, compared to 31% for same-race couples. Asian white couples have a 4% higher chance of divorce than white couples. Black-white marriages have a 50% higher divorce rate than white marriages. Hispanic white marriages have an 18% higher divorce rate than white marriages. Interracial marriages involving a white spouse have a 10% higher divorce rate than same-race white marriages. Black male white female marriages have a 44% higher divorce rate than white marriages. White male black female marriages have a 59% higher divorce rate than white marriages. Asian male white female marriages have a 4% lower divorce rate than white marriages. White male Asian female marriages have a 6% higher divorce rate than white marriages. Interracial couples with higher education levels have a 20% lower divorce rate. Interracial couples with a household income over $75,000 have a 30% lower divorce rate. Interracial couples living in urban areas have a 15% lower divorce rate than those in rural areas. Interracial couples who married after age 30 have a 24% lower divorce rate. Interracial couples with children have a 10% lower divorce rate than those without children. Press Shift # to access a list of keyboard shortcuts. Love may be blind, but according to recent statistics, it can also come with a side of divorce papers faster than you can say I do. In a world where love knows no color boundaries, it seems that the path to happily ever after for interracial couples comes with a few more twists and turns, from cultural clashes to family disapproval, and everything in between. Buckle up as we take a closer look at the wild ride of interracial divorce statistics. Turns out, the colorful spectrum of love isn't always painted with the rosiest hues. Divorce rates. 41% of interracial marriages end in divorce within the first 5 years. Interracial couples have a 41% chance of divorce, compared to 31% for same-race couples. Interpretation. Interpreting these statistics can be like trying to disentangle a complicated dish of spaghetti, messy, or with some clear patterns emerging. While it may seem disheartening that interracial marriages have a higher divorce rate, it also underscores the importance of addressing societal prejudices and challenges faced by these couples. Perhaps this statistic serves as a reminder that love knows no bounds, but it does require understanding, resilience, and a commitment to navigate through the spaghetti tangle of life together. Divorce rates by gender and race. Black male, white female marriages have a 44% higher divorce rate than white marriages. White male, black female marriages have a 59% higher divorce rate than white marriages.
Did you get that? I'm going to say that again for those that's in the back. White male, black female marriages have a 59% higher divorce rate than white marriage. Now, we all know that a good portion of black women are going to look at this information and say it's cap, it's a lie. Some say that they're getting married more by non-black men in the percentage of roughly over 4%. I even heard rumors that it was increasing by 12%. But are you staying married? And who's really filing for divorce? Should be the question. Because that is higher than black men married to a non-black mate, particularly mostly white women. Because we live in America, so there's going to be more white people than black people. And that's something that these are new data statistics that it's not being discussed. Hell, you know, it's most black women that is in a what they call a lesbian or homosexual relationship, when it's two women, are even more divorced and even go as far as have high rates of domestic violence that's not being discussed in the relationship. So the biggest question we should ask is, marrying black women in the West really the way to go? Let's continue. Let's look in more into this information.
Asian male, white female marriages have a 4% lower divorce rate.
All right, so let me do this. Hold on, guys. Hold on, let me fix this.
Huh?
All right, let me see if I can continue this, guys. Hold on. Hold on. Wait.
Hi, my name is Jessica. I speak it.
All right. Let me see if I could get this to play again. Hold on. I apologize. It just stopped roughly.
White.
Oh, God. I don't know why this is not. What is it doing? Hold on, guys. All right. Hold on.
White.
Yeah, this stupid thing. I have to do that. Stupid. All right. All right. Well, I'm just going to have to move on. It stopped. It is what it is, guys. I'm going to have to probably. I'll probably have to read it myself. Yes. There we go. All right, got it. Okay, so I'm going to have to continue on. If y'all can hear me, good. Where was I? Okay. I'll read on because it's not going to. Well, actually, can I return back on? Let me see. Oh, yes, I can return back on. All right. We're back in business. Let's continue.
GetNext Report 2024. Interracial divorce statistics.
Hold on, guys. Let's start from the beginning. Continuing.
Asian male white female marriages have a 4% lower divorce rate than white marriages. White male Asian female marriages have a 6% higher divorce rate than white marriages. Interpretation. When it comes to interracial marriages, it seems love truly knows no statistical boundaries, except when it comes to divorce rates. While black male white female marriages may have a higher risk of hitting Splitsville, Asian male white female unions seem to have found the secret to marital longevity. Perhaps it's time for couples to swap more than just vows and try sharing some relationship wisdom across racial lines. Who knew statistical analysis could be the ultimate matchmaker or heartbreaker? Divorce rates by race combination. Asian white couples have a 4% higher chance of divorce than white couples. Black-white marriages have a 50% higher divorce rate than white marriages. Hispanic white marriages have a 18% higher divorce rate than white marriages. Interracial marriages involving a white spouse have a 10% higher divorce rate than same-race white marriages. Interpretation. Interracial divorce statistics may seem to suggest that love knows no color, but maybe it's just that love knows a good lawyer. With Asian white couples facing a 4% higher chance of divorce than their white counterparts, black-white marriages enduring a staggering 50% higher divorce rate, and Hispanic white unions struggling at an 18% higher rate, it's clear that navigating the complexities of race, culture, and identity in a relationship requires more than just love conquers all. And if you thought having a white spouse would shield you from the divorce bug, think again, as even they face a 10% higher divorce rate in interracial marriages. So, maybe it's not about the color of your skin, but the strength of your commitment and the willingness to work through the tough stuff together. Family dynamics. Interracial couples with children have a 10% lower divorce rate than those without children. 50% of interracial divorces cite differences in parenting styles as a contributing factor. Interracial couples who regularly participate in each other's family traditions have a 30% lower divorce rate. Interpretation. According to the latest interracial divorce statistics, it appears that children are not only a joy, but also a secret weapon against marital strife for mixed-race couples, with a 10% lower divorce rate for those with kids. However, parenting styles can still turn into battlegrounds, as shown by the 50% of interracial divorces citing this as a contributing factor. On a brighter note, the simple act of embracing and participating in each other's family traditions seems to be the key to a longer-lasting union, with a 30% lower divorce rate for interracial couples who do so. So, if you want to add some spice to your marriage, blend those traditions and bring on the kids, it's the modern recipe for till death do us part. Reasons for divorce. 50% of interracial divorces cite cultural differences as a major factor. 40% of interracial divorces report family disapproval as a contributing factor. 60% of interracial divorces cite communication issues as a major factor. 45% of interracial divorces report financial issues as a contributing factor. 55% of interracial divorces cite cultural misunderstandings as a contributing factor. 65% of interracial divorces report issues with extended family as a contributing factor. 70% of interracial divorces report issues with societal acceptance as a contributing factor. 55% of interracial divorces cite differences in religious beliefs as a contributing factor. 60% of interracial divorces report issues with work-life balance as a contributing factor. 75% of interracial divorces report issues with cultural identity as a contributing factor. 65% of interracial divorces report issues with cultural expectations as a contributing factor. 80% of interracial divorces report issues with cultural misunderstandings as a contributing factor. Interpretation. In a world where love knows no boundaries but societal norms still do, interracial divorce rates reveal more than just broken marriages. Cultural clash takes center stage, with communication breakdowns, family disapprovals, and financial strains adding a bitter spice to the melting pot of relationships. It seems that love indeed has no color. But navigating the complex intersection of cultural identity, societal acceptance, and extended family dynamics can prove to be a struggle even for the most open-minded couples. Perhaps the path to happily ever after involves not just saying "I do," but also embracing and understanding the diverse shades that make up our world. Relationship factors. Interracial couples who dated for more than 3 years before marriage have a 35% lower divorce rate. Interracial couples who met through mutual friends have a 25% lower divorce rate. Interracial couples who regularly attend religious services together have a 20% lower divorce rate. Interracial couples who engage in regular date nights have a 15% lower divorce rate. Interracial couples who live together before marriage have a 12% higher divorce rate. Interracial marriages where both partners speak the same primary language have a 30% lower divorce rate. Interracial couples who report high levels of communication satisfaction have a 40% lower divorce rate. Interracial couples who regularly participate in each other's cultural traditions have a 25% lower divorce rate. Interracial couples who report high levels of relationship satisfaction have a 50% lower divorce rate. Interracial couples who have been married for more than 10 years have a 30% lower divorce rate. Interracial couples who report high levels of mutual respect have a 45% lower divorce rate. Interracial couples who regularly seek relationship counseling have a 25% lower divorce rate. Interracial couples who report high levels of cultural competence have a 35% lower divorce rate. Interracial couples who share similar political views have a 20% lower divorce rate. Interracial marriages where both partners are fluent in each other's native language have a 40% lower divorce rate. Interracial couples who report high levels of intimacy have a 30% lower divorce rate. Interracial couples who regularly engage in cultural exchange activities have a 25% lower divorce rate. Interracial couples who report high levels of trust have a 40% lower divorce rate. Interracial couples who regularly participate in multicultural community events have a 20% lower divorce rate. Interracial couples who report high levels of emotional support have a 35% lower divorce rate. Interracial marriages where both partners have similar levels of cultural identity have a 30% lower divorce rate. Interracial couples who regularly engage in open discussions about race and culture have a 25% lower divorce rate. Interracial couples who report high levels of conflict resolution skills have a 40% lower divorce rate. Interracial couples who report high levels of cultural sensitivity have a 35% lower divorce rate. Interracial couples who regularly engage in intercultural dialogue have a 20% lower divorce rate. Interracial couples who report high levels of mutual understanding have a 45% lower divorce rate. Interracial couples who regularly participate in cultural awareness workshops have a 25% lower divorce rate. Interpretation. In a world where love knows no color but understanding and respect are its guiding forces, these statistics paint a vibrant portrait of interracial relationships. It seems that the recipe for a successful and long-lasting interracial marriage calls for a dash of communication satisfaction, a sprinkle of mutual respect, a cup of cultural competence, and a generous helping of relationship counseling. While living together before tying the knot may increase the risk of divorce for interracial couples, attending religious services together, engaging in date nights, and sharing each other's cultural traditions can help bind their union. So, whether it's through heartfelt conversations about race and culture or participating in multicultural community events, it seems that embracing diversity and building bridges of mutual understanding are the keys to unlocking a harmonious interracial love story. Socioeconomic factors. Interracial couples with higher education levels have a 20% lower divorce rate. Interracial couples with a household income over $75,000 have a 30% lower divorce rate. Interracial couples living in urban areas have a 15% lower divorce rate than those in rural areas. Interracial couples who married after age 30 have a 24% lower divorce rate. Interracial couples who report high levels of social support have a 35% lower divorce rate. Interracial marriages, where both partners have similar education levels, have a 20% lower divorce rate. Interracial marriages where both partners are first-generation immigrants have a 15% lower divorce rate. Interracial marriages, where both partners have similar career aspirations, have a 15% lower divorce rate. Interracial marriages where both partners come from similar socioeconomic backgrounds have a 25% lower divorce rate. Interracial marriages where both partners have similar levels of acculturation have a 20% lower divorce rate. Interracial marriages where both partners have similar levels of education have a 25% lower divorce rate. Interracial marriages where both partners have similar levels of social integration have a 15% lower divorce rate. Interracial marriages where both partners have similar levels of cultural adaptation have a 30% lower divorce rate. Interpretation. Interracial divorce statistics offer a tantalizing glimpse into the complexities of modern love, revealing that education, income, location, age, social support, and cultural alignment all play a vital role in the success of mixed-race marriages. Apparently, in the diverse dance of love, partners who waltz to the same beat of ambition, upbringing, and assimilation have a better shot at staying in step for the long haul. So, if you're looking to create a lasting partnership that defies stereotypes and embraces diversity, it seems the key is not just finding your soulmate, but finding your match in mindset and mission as well. Janik Lindner. How we make money. Do not sell or share my personal information. You have chosen to opt out of the sale or sharing of your information from this site and any of its affiliates.
All right.
To opt back in.
So that's John Lyncher. He's the one that is the co-founder of Get Nux and Digital Space since 2016. He's the one that wrote the article piece that I just read you so far. Let me see. Yeah, that's it. Let me stop sharing. So in wrapping up this portion, whatever you heard or know that these ladies been telling about, when they're married out, they have a more higher chance of staying in the marriage. You only have a higher chance of staying in marriage because that is the mate that you choose to stay in it, and it's not a black man. If the man is non-black, obviously you stay within the relationship and even within the marriage, because he is supposed to give you not only a sense of status, but also a sense of feeling that you are Mrs. Cartwright, i.e., Mrs. the white woman. But we all know the fact is why it will pretty much be or end in divorce, because of these many factors that I laid out. And one thing to note is the household, and not saying the man, but the household in general, has and acquires or accumulates 75% or $75,000 in total. The marriage will stay a little longer, including other factors. It's the testament that if you're a black woman and you come across the snow dog, i.e. white man, that will use you for gain, like most of them, yeah, you might stay around a little bit longer, but after a while he gets tired and he moves on and he'll file for divorce and will take your money. No different than what the lovely ladies say about when black men get robbed and taken from the cleaners from non-black women, and including black women when it comes to divorce. It ends nonetheless. But in regards to white men, they normally end these relationships more than black women. You'll find some black women that will divorce because of other situations, rather abuse or other problems that go into the marriage. But overall, when black women marry non-black men, i.e. white men or any other group of men, they'll stay in it because they will gain some out of it from the mixed baby, or even as high as social status with this non-black mate. At the end of the day, marriage ends the same way. And if the woman's not ending it, it's a surprise when the man ends the marriage. It's very telling when the man files a divorce on a lot of you ladies. But that is the conclusion of that piece. So what we have to learn from all bullet points is that, black women and non-black men marriage does not last long. It ends the same way as it starts. And normally the non-black man, the white man, ends the marriage roughly overall. So I hope this was helpful. And thank you again for reading this. And I hope you guys learned something from this. The links to follow me are the above. You can follow me on Twitter at KSRain7. You can also add me as a friend on Facebook, Eric Ray on Facebook. You could also join my Discord service as well and become a member of the Chaos Rain Show as well. Oh, and I forgot. Please follow my Rumble handler. I'm almost up to 30 followers. I still need a few more to make it 50 and maybe 100. And hell, we might go live on Rumble. Who knows? But on that, with your help and with your contribution, it'll make it possible. Looking forward to hearing y'all in the comment section of this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel. And thank you for listening. Until next time, and I mean next time, let it chaos reign.
We can put our differences aside, and I offer my extension to prayer, and I pray now. Hamni nini hamnya, hamni nini hamnya, hamni nini hamnya. Humney, hum, ya. All right.